Now we're going indoors now. Imagine a home without a bed to sleep on, a sofa to sit on, or even a fridge to keep your food fresh. Well, it sounds unthinkable, but a leading charity warns this is the reality for nearly 500,000 people across our region.
Yes, it's being called furniture poverty, and now there are urgent calls for the government to make emergency welfare assistance mandatory for every council. Now, at the moment, these crisis funds are a postcode lottery. Catherine Walker has this report.
Getting the keys to your new home should be exciting. But for Les, it just caused more problems when he found himself without a washing machine. Last month, he was given one by a local charity, but with his bills piling up, he can't afford to get it plumbed in.
So I'm on benefits, right, and obviously I couldn't afford a washer. I think washer costs about, what, 300 quid or 350 or whatever. I depend on my daughter, basically. I give her money for electricity, for doing me washing. And I'm like being a scrounger, because you know what I mean? It's just one of those things.
Furniture poverty is a growing problem, affecting 440,000 people in Yorkshire and North Lincolnshire. As shown in these real-life examples, this means they don't have basic essentials like dining tables, beds, ovens and even carpets. Those in crisis should be able to get help from the local welfare assistance scheme run by councils. But budget cuts mean this safety net is disappearing. And last year, 48 local authorities in England had no scheme at all. Without a nationwide approach, local charities like the Leeds and Moortown Furniture Store are left plugging the gap.
The referrals are increasing. We have hundreds a month come in, and these are for people that can't afford furniture to make their houses comfortable and inviting places to live in. I think if you live in a space that doesn't have anything in it, it doesn't make you fulfilled as an individual, because you've not got a chair to sit on, you've not got a table to eat at, a bed to sleep in.
Furniture can transform people's lives, turning once empty houses into safe homes. But until crisis support is protected by local councils, charities warn that those most in need will be trapped in a cycle of furniture poverty. Catherine Walker, ITV News.
Well, earlier I spoke to Claire Donovan from the charity End Furniture Poverty, and I started by asking her why it's such a problem.
I think we all know things have been difficult for a while with COVID and the cost of living crisis. Daily costs have increased, but the cost of furniture and appliances have really increased as well. People have had to dip into savings, they've had to go into debt just to meet the day-to-day living costs. So there's nothing left for that unexpected cost of a broken appliance. Plus, only about 2% of social homes are let as furnished, so our most vulnerable residents are moving into completely empty boxes.
So what kind of impact does this have on people's mental and physical health?
It has a devastating impact on people's health and well-being. Not being able to get a good night's sleep because they haven't got a bed, not being able to store and prepare fresh food because they haven't got a fridge or a cooker, not being able to store medication without a fridge. You know, the family can't sit together without a sofa. You know, homes are colder and more uncomfortable without floor and window coverings. You know, look around your home and imagine there being gaps in the work surfaces where appliances should be, having to go and put your clothes in bin bags because you haven't got a wardrobe, and then sleeping on the floor.
What would you like to see happen to end furniture poverty then?
We urgently need the social housing sector to do more, and that's council houses as well as housing association properties. We really need at least 10% of those to be let as furnished, and the government needs to push them to do it. That is really, really important. There's a new crisis fund, the Crisis and Resilience Fund, that starts in April, and that's a really positive step. But local authorities have to use that money to provide support for furniture and appliances. Just those two steps alone would lift thousands of families out of furniture poverty. So there is hope, but we have to get on and do it.
Claire Donovan, thank you very much for your time.
Thank you.